Have you ever loved someone so deeply, only to wake up one day and realize you might not know them at all? Lena Carter, 27 years old, always believed in love, the kind that makes your heart race, the kind that feels like fate. And for 5 perfect years, Adrian was her fate. Their love story began on a stormy night 5 years ago. She was stranded on a deserted road, rain pouring down, her car refusing to start. Then came Adrian, a stranger at the time. Stepping out of his car, his blue eyes calm and reassuring. "Need some help?" he had asked, offering her his jacket, his voice laced with warmth. That was the moment everything changed. Their love was intense, passionate like something out of a movie. He became her safe place, her best friend, her future. Or so she thought, until one day she received a letter that shattered everything. "Don't marry him. He's not who you think he is. He killed her." The camera zooms in on Lena's trembling hands as she clutches the letter, her pulse racing. What would you do if the man you loved was hiding a past darker than you could ever imagine? They say love is the most beautiful lie. But what if the person you love the most is keeping secrets that could destroy you? Lena and Adrian were the perfect couple, at least. That's what everyone believed. He was charming, kind, and deeply in love with her. Their wedding was just weeks away, and Lena couldn't wait to start there forever. "I love you," Adrian whispered, pulling her into his arms. She melted into his embrace. "I love you more." But love has a way of blinding you from the truth. One morning, Lena received a letter with no return address. It was short, terrifyingly short. "Don't marry him. He's not who you think he is. He killed her." Her heart pounded. Who was her? She tried to ignore it, convincing herself it was a cruel joke. But that night, Adrian was distant. His phone kept buzzing, and when Lena reached for it, he snatched it away. "Work?" he said, forcing a smile. But his eyes told another story. Something was wrong. Determined to clear her doubts, Lena searched Adrian's name online, and what she found made her blood turn ice cold. A missing persons report. Evelyn Parker. She vanished 3 years ago, and the last person seen with her? Adrian Carter. Lena's hands shook as she scrolled through the details. Could her fiancé have something to do with Evelyn's disappearance? That night, as they lay in bed, she whispered, "Who is Evelyn Parker?" Adrian stiffened. "Why are you asking?" "Because she's missing, and you were the last person seen with her." For a long moment, he just stared at her. Then he sighed. "She was my fiancée," he admitted. "But she didn't go missing. She ran away." Lena wanted to believe him, but deep inside, something felt wrong. Adrian had a business dinner, but he lied. Lena followed him that night. She watched from the shadows as he sat across from a woman. When the woman turned, Lena's heart stopped. Evelyn Parker. She was alive. Lena was about to leave, but Evelyn suddenly saw her. Her face turned pale. Fear flashed in her eyes. She rushed toward Lena, gripping her wrist. "Lena, listen to me. You need to leave him. Now." Lena yanked her hand away. "Why? Why should I leave?" Evelyn swallowed hard. "Because if you stay, you won't survive." Before Lena could respond, Adrian appeared behind Evelyn. His eyes were dark, cold. "That's enough, Evelyn," he said in a dangerously calm voice. Lena's stomach twisted. "Tell her, Adrian," Evelyn said, trembling. "Tell her the truth." Adrian clenched his jaw. "I didn't kill Evelyn," he said, "but someone tried to frame me." Lena's world spun. Evelyn's voice was barely a whisper. "It was my father. He wanted Adrian gone. He still does. And now he'll come after you too." Before Lena could speak, gunshots shattered the cafe window. Adrian grabbed her hand. "Run!" The three of them sprinted through the back exit. Bullets whizzed past them. Adrenaline burned in Lena's veins. How had her life turned into this? Adrian pulled her into a dark alley. His hands cupped her face. "Lena, do you trust me?" His voice was desperate. Tears stung her eyes. She had doubted him, but now she knew she loved him. "I trust you." Their lips met deep, desperate, a promise. Then they ran. They had one option end this nightmare. They lured Evelyn's father to an abandoned warehouse, where he thought he had them cornered. "You ruined my plans, Adrian," he sneered, gun in hand. "You won't hurt her," Adrian growled. Evelyn stepped forward. "You can't control me anymore, Dad." For a second, her father hesitated, and in that moment, Adrian tackled him. Gunshots echoed. Lena screamed. When the dust settled, Evelyn's father was on the ground. Arrested. Finished. Days later, Lena lay in Adrian's arms, listening to his heartbeat. "I almost lost you," she whispered. Adrian tightened his hold on her. "You never will." Their love had been tested, their trust shaken. But through the lies, the danger, they had found something real. Adrian knelt before her, holding a ring. "Lena, will you still marry me?" Tears filled her eyes. This wasn't the perfect fairy tale she once imagined, but it was real. "Yes," she whispered, smiling. "What would you do if you were in Lena's place? Would you trust Adrian or walk away? Comment below. And if you love suspenseful love stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more.